Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Amy Austin.
And I'm Clay Yeager. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Troy football team took on Georgia on Saturday and started with lots of energy, but the Bulldogs proved to have more fight throughout the game. Troy took on number 13 Georgia and was not prepared for the tough SEC team. Georgia defeated the Trojans 66-0.
We got a lot of work to do. Obviously, University of Georgia's a SEC team. I've often said that when you go to an SEC venue, normally you find an SEC team. Well, this probably is an exceptional SEC team. I know they've had some question marks about maybe a couple of players, but the quarterback looks like he's good enough to do whatever they want to do. We were basically unable to do very much in stopping them. We were basically unable to move the ball on them, and we even gave up some things in the special teams, which is we've been decent at.
The score was 45-0 going into halftime, and while the players had the possibility to give up, none of them would do that to the team.
I never believe in quitting or giving up on my team. That's the main thing that we try to make sure we didn't give up or quit and just lay down for them guys. They made a lot of adjustments and made it tough for us. I mean, that's one of the best teams in the country, so they made it really hard for us a lot. But I don't feel like people quit necessarily. They just got down on each other a little bit, but they tried everybody that got in the game, they gave their all as we looked at film, so can't really say that anybody quit on us.
We showed that we had heart. We came out, we played excited. We was happy to be there. We all came. We all took it as a team. We never separated. At halftime, we didn't argue with each other. We didn't get on each other. We came back out in the second half and gave it our best.
The football team will open conference play this weekend against ULM.
While the football team took a tough loss to Georgia, quarterback Dontrell Pruitt was able to gain experience from the game, and head coach Larry Blakeney feels that was beneficial and still has a ways to go.
For his first start at quarterback, Dontrell Pruitt started Saturday against Georgia, and head coach Larry Blakeney said he didn't do a bad job.
Dontrell really, obviously wasn't perfect, but wasn't great. But I think he did some good things and against a really good team, and we just need to get him the reps he needs.
With the young quarterback on the field, several things are still in focus for Pruitt to work on and get better at.
Basically, by and large, what Dontrell Pruitt needs is snaps. He needs snaps in the practice and to learn exactly where he needs to go with his pre-snap and post-snap reads, and I think that's much time in practice is what Dontrell needs.
Pruitt said he gave his best effort to the team and felt that some of his plays went well.
I felt like I passed the ball well. It was a lot I could have done better than what I did, but I felt like I had a few good passes and I tried to lead the team the best I could.
Along with what Blakeney said about more snaps, Pruitt agrees that he would feel more comfortable the more snaps he gets.
More snaps it always makes anybody comfortable. You don't want to just get out there 3 snaps or go 3 and out and not get back out there the next drive. So the more snaps I get, the more comfortable I get with the offense, and the better I feel like I have a chance to get us going and get us in the end zone.
Amy Austin, Trojan Sports Now.
The football team heads to Monroe, Louisiana to take on ULM on Saturday at 6 p.m.
The soccer team's winning streak is still going after 2 victories over the weekend. In Sunday's game, Troy defeated North Florida 1-0. Throughout most of the game, Troy and North Florida were equally matched as both teams were unable to score. In the 102nd minute, Chelsea Williams sent a pass to Alyssa Jones, who scored on the far post. This marked Jones' 8th goal of the season, a career high for her. With the 1-0 victory, Troy extended their program-best winning streak to 8 games and set a new program unbeaten mark. And head coach Jason Hamilton said this weekend was tough competition for his team.
Tougher weekend than we would have liked it to have been. 2 teams that we were confident that we could get 2 wins against, but just not be complacent, having been on such a good win streak here. So, I think looking at paper on stats, you would think that the games were pretty much in hand, but we saw some things that obviously we want to improve on going into the conference. The Francis Marion game on Friday was great because it allowed us to get some players some minutes and more importantly, get some players some rest, knowing that Sunday's game was going to be tough.
The soccer team starts conference play this weekend as they head to Mobile to take on South Alabama.
After a good start to the season, the Trojan volleyball team has struggled as of late. Khadijah Tolbert has the details.
The Troy volleyball team hosted a Sunbelt newcomer Sunday in Trojan Arena against unbeaten Abolition State. The Trojans entered the match 5-0 at home this season. The Trojans would have made history by tying Troy Division I era record of 6 straight home victories. Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick explains more.
Wish we would have played harder in the first 2 games. We had an opportunity to do something that we've never done in the history of the program and let it go through our fingers. Disappointed because we knew as a coaching staff what was going to go into it. We tried to convey that to the players, and they didn't come out the first 2 games to do what we had asked them to do. When they actually started doing the things that we had asked them to do, then the results kind of came for themselves. So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for them.
Kirkpatrick says with the weekend that the team has faced, a break from each other will be much needed in preparations for their next home game Friday, and changes will be made.
That's one less game that we have to play, and we can think if I would have only done this, it's too late. We're going to change a couple things in practice. They have the day off tomorrow, which is something that they need right now, just with the week we've had. So it'll be good to see them on Tuesday. It'll be good for everybody to kind of get away from each other for a little while and take a day and a half to kind of decompress a little bit until we get back in here.
He also expects a great turnout from the fans Friday.
We've got great fans, so I would support nothing less.
Khadijah Tolbert, Trojan Sports Now.
The Trojans return to the court this weekend to host conference play.
And the cross-country team competed in the Mountain Dew Gator Cross Country Invitational this weekend. The men finished 8th overall, while the women placed 11th. Head coach Elliott Blount says this is the best performance he has seen out of his team.
I think that, this is the part of the season where you kind of want to see those little bit of breakthroughs, and you want to see kids kind of, running and competing well, and that's exactly what they did on a bigger stage. They didn't get caught up in the quote-unquote lights of the situation. They hunkered down, and I think getting around that competition is going to bode well when we get around conference competition.
Next up, the Trojans will prepare for their meet against Jacksonville State.
On Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan football team's first conference season of a game.
But first, I had the chance to sit down with soccer player Alyssa Jones in this week's Trojan Profile. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.